Hi, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about string in C. Strings are defined as an array of characters. So array of characters, in the sense we all know that array is a collection of similar data elements. So here the data element that we are choosing here is a character. So that is why it is said to be string as defined as a strings are defined as a collection of or an array of characters. Okay. The important point here we are going to discuss here is string is terminated with a special character null. Okay. The importance of this statement we will discuss in the next slides. Okay. Declaration of this string. Declaring string is as simple as declaring a one-dimensional array. The syntax is as like this. This is the return type, or this is the data type that we are having, character, then the name of the string, then size. Size is the length of the string. Okay, so this is the explanation for that. I'm not going to explain all those things in detail because it's very simple. Next, how to initialize a string in an array. Here a string can be initialized in different ways. This is the first way of declaring a string, str of. So you can simply say that character str of, then programming. The meaning of this statement is this is a character array, and it is in the character array we didn't mention any length of the string, so it automatically takes the length based on the value that we are providing. Second one, we mentioned the string length, that is 50 is the maximum length of the array, and we mentioned the value here, string programming. And other than that, you can mention it index based, like programming. So p in str of 0, p str of 1, r likewise, but it ends with a null character. Here it is, all these cases, the end of the string should contain the null character, so that a compiler can easily understand that up to this place, up to this g, the string exists, so we can process based on that. So this is the meaning of this statement. Okay, here we mentioned the string length 12, and according to that we mentioned the string here by using the null character. Okay, now we are going to discuss the program. In the program here, this is a simple C program to collect the value from the user. Character array s of printf, enter the string, scanf yes. So here we are getting the string from the user, and we are printing the string. Okay, let me run the program. Okay, string, I am giving the value hi, so name is hi. Okay, so this is working perfectly. So meaning is that here the format specifier for this string, actually this is a character. Okay, usually we studied that the format specifier for the character is %c, but in this case this is a character array, we are using %s. So the syntax is slightly different from the previous cases. Here scanf %s is the syntax for receiving the string in a character array. Another important thing is we didn't mention any ampersand here. It is not necessary that we need an ampersand, because it itself a pointer. This character array itself a pointer. So what's a pointer, that we will discuss in the future classes. So at that time I will explain in detail. So in this case, %s explains that this is a string, and we are not mentioning the ampersand. The address of it directly goes to the index. Okay, so because this is itself a pointer. So after that we are printing the value in the variable s. Okay, this is a program. I can collect the value in another way. So instead of using scanf, I can use gets. So gets is a function. It's an inbuilt function like void main or a main. So main is a function. Likewise, we have an inbuilt function named as gets of. So inside this gets of, we are mentioning the array name, so that it collects the value in this array. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, now it's working. So here here gets is a function that collects the value and print the value in this program. So what is the difference between these two? That is very important thing. Initially I mentioned that okay, just a minute. Okay. Scanf percentages, yes, okay, run this program. So I am giving a string as hi how, okay, how who are you? But I am getting only hi. So what's the meaning of that? It takes only the value up to the space. So this empty space, up to the empty space only it collects the value, because scanf collects the value from the console screen. So this is the console screen. Here we are giving the value to the compiler. So once the compiler gets a space symbol, it will consider it as the end of the string. Okay, so that is not fine for our programming, because a string contains spaces, characters, special characters, then numbers, whatever it may be, that is available in the string. But if you are using scanf, it accepts only the characters, not the spaces. Once the space reaches, it is considered as, or it automatically breaks the process and it prints the value. So this is a problem in scanf statement. Hope you understand what I am saying. I will explain once again. Hello. World. But we are getting hello, because the scanf statement stops once this space reaches. Okay, so this is a problem of a scanf statement. If you are collecting the value in a scanf statement, string in a scanf statement accepts only up to the space. But in the case of gets function, if you are using gets function, it accepts the entire string. Hi, how are you? Okay, hope you understand the meaning, the difference between this scanf and gets function. Okay, this is very important and useful for the future process. Okay, so here we identified these cases, and what is next? Next we are going to find study about the string handling functions. So the first string handling function is strlen. Okay, this is an inbuilt function. So like this one, gets is an inbuilt function, string function. Gets is an inbuilt string function to gets the value. One more thing I forgot to say, that puts also there. Puts of what? Puts of, yes. Puts is used to print the value. Okay, let me run the program. Hi, how are? Okay. This without this printf statement, if, there is no much difference between printf and puts, but you have a function named as puts that to print the entire string on the output screen. Okay. So these are the two inbuilt functions, string functions, for getting the value from the user as well as printing the value to the user. Okay. And here, other than these two gets and puts, we have some more string handling functions. The first one is string length, to find the length of the string. strlen, the function returns the length of the string, given string. It doesn't count null character. Okay, it doesn't count the null character. For example, in this program, we have a program. This is a length of, this is a string, ends with a null character, but the length of the string returns only the length of the characters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the length of the string will be the 8. Okay. So we will write the program in a in this case. Okay. Printf length of string is the length of the string is what type of data it will be. It will be an integer value. Okay, so percentage d, then comma strlen of s. Okay, let me run this program. How? Because the length of the string is 7. Am I right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, including space it calculates. That is important thing. Including space. So high 3 plus 1 7 4 5 6 7. So including space we are getting result. Okay. So this is the meaning of strlen. So without this statement, how can we calculate the length of the string? That is another important thing. So normally in a university examination, they will not ask to write a program to find the length of the string using string length. They are asking write a program to find the length of the string without the string handling function strlen. So at that time we have to write a program like this. So we all know that we want to find the length of the string, and what is the property of the string? The last character will be null. Am I right? That is a process. That is a procedure. So for finding the length of the string, we can go for a loop for I equal to 0. Okay. Then s of I not equal to null. So null symbol is like this, /0. Okay, not equal to null I plus plus. Okay, so this is a case, and in count equal to 0 comma I. So this is a value in count equal to 0, then comma I. So once this condition is true, so what will happen? Count cnd plus plus. Okay, now we have to print the value. Okay. Length the length of the string is percentage d count cnd. Okay. Now run the program. So length of the string is 7. Okay. So this is the meaning of this statement. So how it works, that is important thing. So the length of the string in the sense, for example, consider this is a length string. So what I did is, for I equal to 0, for I equal to 0, s of I, s of 0 not equal to null. So for example, in this case, consider this is a string. In this case, s of 0 is what? P. Consider this is s of, this is s. Okay. So just consider this statement. That's enough. Consider. So normally, once I will explain it. I, then we have a space. After that, then how? Okay. So this index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So is null character, and this is 7. So this is a array. This is an array, For example, this is array that we have. So what according to our program, what I did is, here I equal to 0, so s of I, s of 0. Okay, we're verifying that if s of 0 not equal to null, not equal to /0. So what's the case here? S of 0 is h not equal to null. So what's the meaning of that? It is a character, so we have to count the value. So count plus plus, cnt plus plus. Okay, for not if. Okay, I equal to 0, s of 0 not equal to null, so count plus plus. Then again it increments. I value is incremented by 1, s of 1 not equal to null. What is that? A. Count incremented by 1, so 1 plus 1 2. Then I value equal to 2, s of 2. S of 2 is I not equal to null, condition true. Count incremented by 1 3. And s of 3 is what? Is a space, is a character. Am I right? It's a character, it's an empty space. So it's not equal to null, condition true. Count incremented by 1 4, cnt equal to 4. Then I value is incremented by 1. So I incremented by 1 3, and it is empty space. Incremented by 1 4, it's h not equal to null. Then count incremented by 1, so 5. Then likewise it increases, and once it reaches 7, s of 7 not equal to null, not equal to null, condition false. So at that time this statement will not execute, and this for loop, entire for loop gets false. So we are getting the final count of the, or final length of the string. Okay, hope you understand this program. Okay, this is a way that we have to find the length of the string. So that is the main important thing for mentioning that the null character automatically it will take the end of the string with a null character. The end of the string in the sense the last character will be a null character. So the meaning is we can easily identify where the string ends. Based on that we can process. Okay, thank you for watching.